Peter, did you see the latest Harry Potter movie? It's the best one so far.
Yes, I did see it, and you are right, it is the best one of the series. However, I think they are all rather mediocre.
I know, books are so much better than movies. I hate it when they ruin books like that.
Please, don't tell me you are one of those book snobs. I'm sick and tired of your horse crap.
I beg your pardon?
Shut up, ignorant prostitute. First of all, the books are mediocre too. They are one-trick ponies, all with one surprise ending that you can see coming a mile away if you pay attention. Second, we are talking about two different art forms.
I'm starting to regret giving you my vagina this weekend.
A movie based on a book is an artistic interpretation of that book, meant to give you a different experience. It's not meant to outdo the book experience. You don't hear people saying, "I liked Titanic, but the theme song was better." They are different art forms and people let them be that.
Wow, let me just say.
Don't get up in my grill, ho. Further, if you ask the best painter in the history of the world to paint his interpretation of the book The Lord of the Rings, most people would admire the painting and see it for what it is, a painting. They wouldn't nag that painter about how he didn't include the Shire or didn't make the ox dark enough.
Oh, whatever. You are jealous simply because people who read are smarter than movie watchers.
That, like you being a virgin before this weekend, is a myth. If you were talking about movies that have been based on books, you were obviously referring to fiction books. I like to read, but I don't like reading fiction books. I prefer movies. If I want to get smarter, I read books that are meant to teach me something. Don't tell me that someone who reads a Stephen King book is smarter than someone who reads a book about astrophysics.
Reading improves your vocabulary.
I'll give you that one. However, that only means you can express yourself better. If you are an idiot, you are not getting smarter, you are simply expressing your idiotic views better.
Stop or I will vomit on your mouth.
Also, you can't ignore that people have different personalities and different learning styles.
Put a hat on what?
Like many people, I'm a visual person. I respond better to visual stimulus. Therefore, I respond better to movies than to books. Other people respond better to books. Studies have shown that some people learn to do a task better from lectures, others from watching the task being done, and others from actually doing the task. No one person is smarter than the other, we just learn differently. So, when you claim you are better because you enjoy books more than movies, you are simply being an elitist horse's ass.
It's a good thing you are hung like a mule and that my father completely destroyed all my self-esteem, otherwise I would never speak to you again. I will have you know that reading makes you use your imagination.
Well, I can tell you from experience that when a guy watches a movie featuring Megan Fox, he's using his imagination. Quite a lot. I watched one just yesterday and my nipples are still hard. I'm sure you noticed them.
My superior brain doesn't want to deal with this anymore.
Let me also add that just like there are bad movies, there are bad books. The big difference being that if I watch a bad movie, I wasted 2 hours, but if I read a bad book, I wasted 2 days.
Speaking of which, I think I'll go get wasted.